Good morning, guys. We back once again for another live stream. We back for another live streaming adventure. That's what we do. That's what we do, guys. Guys, today I'll be speaking English. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just I just feel like speaking English today. If that's okay with you. If that's okay with you. Who's the bad bitch? Today we'll be upgrading our assistant and we'll be installing OpenClaw in my Hostinger VPS. So let's open Hostinger first of all. Let's put some music in the air. Put some music in the air. Put some music in the air. I'm here, baby. Chasing the rule. Tivesse caladinho não havia problemas. Não sei que está calado. Jason Derulo. Boas! Novo visualizador. Bom dia! Bom dia! Quero esconder esta aba. Já entrou o Kimi 2.5. Quero usar. Vamos começar então, pessoal. Vamos só ver aqui no instante. Ainda não entrou, está aqui. 3.1 Pro. Ainda não está à frente do Opus. É estranho se formos a ver nos benchmarks. Mas só tenho esta categoria. Que é Reis, Ricardinho. É preciso começar aqui. Vamos redefinir como treinamos o assistente e as informações acho que eu estar confuso mal até aqui, mais na parte. Eu já vos vou mostrar, por exemplo, aqui. Saber quantos quartos tem. É assim, senhora. É assim, eu e a minha família estamos numa situação um bocado complicada, que somos de Lisboa e queremos mudar para ir para o norte no próximo mês. Seria possível? Ok, mas antes queria que me respondesse algumas perguntas. Queria saber a maneira mais rápida para... Não sei, mano. O que é que eu vou dizer agora? Ainda não fiz nenhum request. Vai, fiz. Pessoal, olha onde é que eu acho que está muito confuso. Aqui no lead profile, agente debug, atribuição, próxima ação. Podes ver na conversa, ele ainda vai bastante aos templates, ou seja, não sabe responder como se fosse mais humano e como se tivesse uma conversa mais fluida. Como podes ver neste caso, afirmou que não tinha crédito aprovado e o assistente não soube o que fazer. Disse 2 vezes obrigado, que nem deve dizer. E as frases estão muito robóticas em vez de deixarmos frases mais humanas e reais. Como no exemplo de quando o cliente falou sobre vir morar para o norte e a resposta do assistente foi muito robótica. Também temos um problema na mensagem, que é temos na mensagem a resposta sugerida, temos um problema que quando aparece a resposta sugerida, notas internas, sugestão de próxima ação, atribuição, lead profile. Esses campos não estão a ajudar em nada. parece que estão desatualizados e inacabados. Vamos realmente dar valor a mim que estou a construir o assistente e vamos dar valor ao consultor e à agência a quem eu vou vender isto. E vamos guardar coisas que realmente façam sentido entregar. Sem estar confuso nem nada. As respostas sugeridas estão mal ou estão erradas. Se calhar meter só as coisas em que é necessário dar ao consultor, os handoffs. Dizer o que ele tem, o que falta responder ao cliente. A aproximação também está confusa com as regras que temos agora. Agent debug, não sei o que faz também. Lead profile também organizar melhor. As informações do imóvel, fazer de maneira diferente com que completa automaticamente a tipologia, etc, que também está incompleto. Assim, podemos começar assim. Eu estive a ver a mensagem, mas não sei. Tenho hoje treino de kickbox. E vou estar todo estourado.
Achas? Eu acho que tu aguentas.
Deixa ver se vocês arranjarem um. Estou à espera. Também se precisarem de um, eu se calhar vou.
Ok.
Deixa ver até mais logo à noite.
Olha, na quinta ou na sexta, amanhã ou sexta, vou fazer um treininho de natação. Ai, tu não gostas de natação. Esquece.
Mas vais fazer o quê?
Vou lá tipo 40 minutos, é 2 paus, 1 hora. Estás lá tipo, fazes o que te apetece. Por acaso eu preciso para as minhas costas.
A cena é as horas, que horas?
Tanto faz. Mas é que escolhemos durante o dia é um bocado complicado por causa das aulas.
Pois, exato.
Mas aquilo lá de manhã ao final da tarde. É assim mais para o seu, estás a ver?
Yeah. Eu gostava de jogar um ténis, bro. Mas isso não é uma má ideia. Tu dizes que vais quando?
Eu não tenho a raquete. Ou quinta ou sexta. Vou com o Diniz também.
Ok, isso é fixe.
Pá, o Diniz dá-nos uma natural lá.
Oh, eu nem voltava a ver a Diniz.
O Diniz já fez competição, meu. Eu quando fazia natação, ele tinha treinos ao mesmo tempo que eu.
Eu também,
Pai,
velho.
Eu fazia uma piscina e ele fazia para aí 3.
Eu também, mano. Esquece, ele é muito máquina, velho.
Também estavas na natação.
Tava, mas eu era mais que os fraquinhos. Ele já estava mesmo... Não...
Mas também estavas na competição?
Não, eu era com os fraquinhos. Eu não fazia competições. Era mais com malta mais velha e isso.
Será que nós estivemos juntos e não nos lembramos?
Acho que não, velho. Porque eu era mesmo... Tinha pessoas velhinhas.
Também eu.
Ok, então se calhar era. Só que foi em fases diferentes.
Estava na competição, estava naquelas aulas normais.
Também eu. Mas se calhar então foi em anos diferentes.
Foda-se, é que por acaso apanhava sempre lá o Renato e o Diniz.
Estava o meu professor era o Eusébio.
Ui, não me lembro do nome do gajo. Mas era um gajo, o meu também. Será que tivemos aulas juntos e não nos lembramos?
Acho que não, senão eu
É que
lembrava.
nós não nos conhecíamos nessa altura, acho eu.
Conhecíamos que foi pai no 10º.
Ai não, eu fui mais cedo.
Pois, então é isso.
Eu fui ver mais cedo, eu fui pai no 7º, 8º.
Pois, é por isso.
Aliás, eu estava lá desde os 10 anos. Não estávamos juntos.
Está-se bem, deixa eu ver, velho. Já estou como o Simão, mas pá, ainda não sei mesmo. Opá, deixa eu ver, meu.
Tu é que sabes, Nino.
Não é má ideia.
Vou de qualquer das formas, acho eu. Eu estou-me a precisar, as minhas costas andam todas fodidas. Já estive a passar os móveis todos para os quartos. Fiquei todo fodido.
Também ando fodido das costas. Eu vou um dia convosco. Se vocês forem sexta, eu vou convosco.
Faz bem, meu. Às costas isso faz muito bem esse desporto. Essa modalidade, vá.
Mas eu alinho ir convosco à natação, pelo menos.
É isso. Pá, eu não sei porque estou com aquela merda do Iron Man na cabeça. Não estou a dizer que vou tentar, mas treinar não custa.
Fazer o quê?
Opa, falei ontem do Iron Man e estou cada vez a pensar mais nisso. Mas isso também...
Isso também esquece.
Tenho que treinar. Não, imagina, se treinar com um gol na cabeça, mesmo que não o vá fazer...
Opa.
Como é que é essa merda?
Isso é uma ideia maluca, mas é uma ideia.
É completamente doente da cabeça, a ideia.
É que há puta 24 requests já.
Mas pronto, era isso. Nós falando.
É isso. Estás no Discord ou não?
Estou.
Ok, até já.
Eu estava a chamar por ti.
Até já.
Até já.
Ora bem, onde é que ele não fez? Oh, eu juro que lhe mandei uma prompt, malta. Como é que é? What? fizeste plano como te mandei? Fizeste em modo agente, foi? Tá bem, amigo. Agora, meu? Is of 7. Grande. Instalei o OpenClaw como modelo de IA e graça. Nós também já instalámos, cara. Nós também já instalámos, cara. Quarta de manhã, pode ser? Tenho este exemplo de conversa. O assistente ainda não está a saber falar com fluidez e como se fosse um verdadeiro humano, como se um cliente se sentisse que é exatamente um assistente a falar para ele. Depois na conversa estamos a dar estas informações que estão incompletas e estão confusas e não servem de nada nem para mim que estou a fazer o assistente, nem para o cliente. Também quero mudar isso, quero atualizar isso, quero que fique tudo melhor em termos de me ajudar a mim que estou a melhorar o assistente e ajudar o consultor a dar entregáveis que o consultor consiga perceber diretamente o que a conversa foi. A conversa foi no sentido de temos que dizer o que faltou, temos que conseguir perceber o que faltou responder ao cliente. Temos que ter um resumo da conversa também para dar ao consultor. E entre mais coisas que quero que me ajudes. Agora, faz-me uma prompt para o cursor geral, não específica, porque eu quero que o próprio cursor pense em alternativas e métodos para fazer as coisas, de como podemos melhorar estes dois problemas, o da conversa e o da informação que estamos a dar. Tira o WhatsApp Compliance. Também não sei se o primeiro parágrafo é mesmo necessário. WhatsApp Compliance, foi o que eu disse.
can actually handle your distribution for you. By publishing it on the marketplace, just like on the App Store, they can do all of your marketing. All of the eyeballs are already there looking for valuable things to input into their Claude bot. You can just get picked up and benefit from all of the traffic that's already going to those marketplaces. And finally, you don't need to build complex login systems because it's just an API key. All they need to do is sign up to your app and then take the API key and plug it into the Claude bot. That's all the account creation you need. And the best part about this is that AI can literally help you come up with all of this. You can talk to a Claude bot or ChatGPT to come up with the idea, plan the architecture of the app, write the code, build the landing page, and it can even help you from a marketing standpoint to help you better describe and position your SaaS and skill as something that's useful to a certain audience. We're at the point now where one person, even a non-technical person in a weekend, with AI as a co-pilot, can build something that would have taken a team of people 5 or 6 months in terms of actually creating something and getting it to market. And that's what I mean by the barrier to entry to SaaS now has collapsed. So let me show you the 5 types of businesses that you can actually build based around the skills as a SaaS model. Category number 1 are pure prompt skills, which is essentially expertise in a file. This is the simplest possible version you could do. This is literally just a text file with instructions. You're packaging your expertise or your knowledge about how to do something well into a format that the AI can read and use as it needs it. For example, if you know how to review contracts and spot risky clauses, you write out detailed instructions, what to look for, what questions to ask, what red flags matter, and that becomes a skill. Now, when you release that, anyone's AI consistent can use your skill to review contracts using your methodology. Other examples include a writing framework, a research process, an analysis methodology. The technical setup for this is dead simple. It's just creating a text file with instructions in plain English, explaining how the AI should approach a task, publish it to ClawHub, and then you're done. As of right now, ClawHub isn't really set up around having both free and paid skills on the platform, but I assume that's going to change in future. But it wouldn't be difficult to put a link to a landing page where they could pay for your skill and check out via Stripe, and then be sent the skill file to download and plug into their Claude bot. Now, to be honest here, the moat here is basically zero, because anyone who downloads your skill can read your instructions like word for word and then just copy them. So you can think of it as selling like a prompt template. It's kind of like an evolution of people selling prompts, which people have done for the past 3 years. Is it for sure useful, but not really defensible at this point? And you might be able to sell for 10 to 50 bucks. But I honestly think these skills could be a very powerful way for certain people or business owners to be able to distribute free information or kind of lead magnets through the form of a skill that can be plugged into an assistant, which is something I'm looking at exploring soon. So this kind of text-based skill is where everyone can start. It's like a training wheels version to get into this. Category 2 is all about utility skills. Here we're going one level up to a skill that can wrap a script, which is just a little bit of code that actually does something. For example, you might make a YouTube transcript extractor that actually pulls down a downloaded version of the video in MP3 and then runs it through OpenAI Whisper to get a really high quality transcript, not just some kind of crappy YouTube caption one. And this is really an essential part of a lot of creative workflow right now is around content creating, because you need to grab videos and get the content and modify it and tweak it with AI to turn it into something of yours. The point of this is to provide an essential utility to the millions of people who need access to these transcripts in an easy way, and they can plug this into their Claude bot so it's able to get those high quality transcripts very quickly. Other examples of these kinds of utilities would be web scrapers or PDF parsers or data converters. But here's what makes this a business, is that these things break constantly. YouTube's always changing something, websites update. You're responsible as the creator to keep that working all the time. That's what they are paying for, and that is the product. So you're not selling just the code or script, you're selling it works, and when it breaks, someone is going to fix this. So you can charge $5 to $15 a month, and people will pay for that reliably to keep using that service rather than having to build and maintain their own version. Category number 3 is API integration skills or bridges to services. So these are skills that teach the AI how to talk to tools that people already use. For example, HubSpot, one of the most popular CRMs, you can create a skill that integrates into that and teaches the AI or Claude bot how to create new leads or pull reports from someone's CRM. Now they can just talk to their assistant and say, add this person as a lead, and it knows exactly how to talk to HubSpot, and you can put that lead in there in a second. The value here is in the integration logic, not let's just call this tool, but here's how to use this tool intelligently and correctly. So you can charge $20 to $100 one time for this, or maybe try to get it on a recurring model instead. Category 4 is back-end service skills, or skills as a SaaS, as I'm calling it. This is where the real recurring revenue sits, and this is what I mean by the easier software business in the title of this video. So here's the concept. You run a service on a server. Your skill teaches the AI how to connect to your service that does something, and users pay for monthly access to it. I can make this a bit more concrete with an example. So imagine you had a lead intelligence service, and this is a very common thing that businesses want. We've done them at Morningside before, but now anyone using this can build a much simpler version. The user tells the AI, research XYZ company for me. The AI then reads your skill, sends a request to your...
Então,
Ô, velhinho,
como é que é?
e que é? Hoje é para ser, é para ir ao gym?
Yeah.
Tu o quê?
6h30 vai, não?
6h30? E vais ao coisa a seguir?
Eu estou a pensar nisso, mas não sei.
É porque se fores,
comigo que o gajo fosse um bocado mais cedo, tipo, às 6h15, 6h20, estar lá já, estás a ver?
Tem que ver, mano, tem que ver.
Vê lá isso e diz alguma coisa então.
É isso, até já.
Até já.
Your server with the company name, and then your server or the app that you've written might cost $10 to $20 a month to run. It goes out and scrapes LinkedIn, Crunchbase, the website, recent news, and then pulls it all together, synthesizes a clean briefing, and then sends it back to Claudebot. So users see this beautiful company research report. What they don't see is your server doing all the heavy lifting for them. Here's the technical setup for that broken down simply. So your server is a small program that receives requests and sends back response, maybe 100 to 200 lines of code. An AI can help you do all the writing for it. You can deploy that on a cheap hosting, maybe $10 to $20 a month. You have one external website page or landing page that people go to. On that page, you have the pricing of it, some information about what it does. They can sign up and pay through Stripe. And once you give them an API key, they can plug it into their Claude bot so that it has permission to use their account. So it's connected to the plan that they've just paid for. Then all you need to do is write a skill file that's maybe 30 to 40 lines of text telling the AI how and when to use your service. What makes the moat so good on this is that your skills instructions are public and that anyone can read those, but they're useless without your server running behind them. So unless they've signed up and paid, it's like them having a phone number, but there's no one answering it. The revenue for these could be $9 to $50 a month per user. And if you can get 100 users at 19 bucks, that's $2,000 a month. It's going to cost you 20 to 50 bucks a month to host. With this, you get real SaaS economics without the traditional SaaS complexity. So I mentioned hosting your OpenClaw, but where can you actually host this thing? You could install OpenClaw directly onto your computer. That is kind of risky. You'd be giving it access to your files, your passwords, and everything on your machine. And if OpenClaw ever got compromised, so would you. You might have seen guys like myself buying a Mac Mini, but that's kind of overkill. It costs $600, and there is actually a lot more like lightweight and more cost-effective way of doing it. Instead, you can get great security and performance from like $7 a month by having your own private VPS, which stands for virtual private server. You can think of it as like your own computer that's completely separate from your stuff, and it's hosted in the cloud, and it's always on and ready for you to use. Hosting as VPS is a good option because it's easy to set up, it's fast, and it's super reliable. I haven't had any issues with mine. So for those of you who are a bit more on the technical end of that spectrum and maybe do fit into that category of, yes, I want to tinker with this and I want to get into it, I'm going to walk you through a quick setup here to show you how it's done. Because the guys at hosting it are really smart, they've got a whole page dedicated for setting up your OpenClaw. I've linked it just below this video with one-click deployment, super easy. The KVM2 plan is really the sweet spot with the best price to performance ratio. They've got plenty of resources to run multiple bots or automations, and you can scale it up later if needed. Now that it's added to your cart, you'll choose your billing period, either 1, 12, or 24 months. I'm going to go with 12 months. We have the option to go with this ready-to-use AI, which means it'll deploy instantly using Nexus to sync up with LLM providers like OpenAI and Anthropic. We're going to be using our own API keys, so we're going to untoggle this. If you guys want to save 10%, you can use my code LiamOtley in all caps, then you can hit continue. If you don't already have an account, you'll create one. You can enter your billing information and payment method and then submit. After purchase, you'll see the OpenClaw configuration page, and this is an important part. I'm copying my gateway token since I'll need it to log into OpenClaw in a second. Then just add what API keys for the AI you want to use with OpenClaw. I'm going to paste in my OpenAI API key. I'll also add
criaste um plano estruturado com isso? Ou não criaste fecheiro nenhum com o plano? O cursor está parvo, meu.
Also add my WhatsApp number. And then finally, we will hit deploy. I'm speeding this section up for you, but hosting it takes care of everything in under 2 minutes for you, which is like by far one of the easiest processes for getting this set up that I've seen. When the deployment finishes, you'll see your OpenClaw project running in the Docker manager. Make sure to grab your gateway token now, because when I click on this port number, where I'll paste in the gateway token to log in. And now I'm in. So I can send OpenClaw a message and it'll reply instantly to get itself up and running with you. And now you have your own private AI assistant running in the cloud. You can start playing around with it.
Sheesh. Já bem, pessoal. We were coming back to... What? Taking longer than expected, guys. What the fuck is happening? These bitches. Okay, nice. AI. Okay. O que eu queria era...
With it, building some skills like I was talking about in this video. And before you leave this running 24/7, I cannot stress enough that you need to take the security aspect of it seriously. You're deploying to a public server, so make sure you harden SSH, disable password-based root access, and treat your API keys like like production credentials. A VPS like this isolates OpenClaw from your personal machine, but security is still your responsibility at the end of the day. I've shared additional security. You're deploying to a public server, so make sure you harden SSH, disable password-based root access, and treat your API keys like production credentials. A VPS like this isolates OpenClaw from your personal machine, but security is still your responsibility at the end of the day. I've shared additional security guidance inside my school community, so feel free to join for more info on this, or study other OpenClaw security guides. By the way, hosting also has an AI assistant called Cody that can actually help you with your tasks and get this set up. Now that you technical people have an idea of where to host your OpenClaw, let's look at the next way you can potentially monetize it. Category number 5 is what I call the proprietary data skills, or the moat builders. This is by far the most defensible category, and it's skills that are backed by data that other people don't have. And this is where I think some of the biggest businesses will be built long term. So here's the concept in simple terms. You might have some kind of valuable information, whether it's industry research or market data, or just expert knowledge from years in a field. You put it into what's basically a big organized filing cabinet. These are technically called raw data. The data and so if you are a business owner who's been using OpenClaw and you think you're at the cutting edge of this technology, I can promise you, you're only getting maybe 5 to 10% of the potential out of this kind of technology at the moment. And on the other hand, if you're someone who's maybe been less impressed or struggling with using something like this, there is a reason for that, and I'm going to be revealing in this video why that is. The system that I've created and I've been using that ticks all the boxes of OpenClaw and far beyond. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've been running into so many successful and smart entrepreneurs who are excited about this technology naturally and the potential it has for being able to actually get them some time back and actually be able to do things for them. So them as a founder aren't just change their business like a job. But the thing is, OpenClaw is open. Open flawed. There are major issues with it that are going to stop you turning it into the true AI assistant that runs your business and does things for you. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking those down so that hopefully I can convince some of you to make the transition to the system that I'm going to talk about so that you can truly realize the benefits of this incredible technology that is now in our hands. And if you guys are new to the channel and don't know who I am, my name is Liam Motley and I've been building AI businesses for the past 3 years. I've been in business for the past 7. And this stuff I'm going to talk about in this video is by far the most exciting thing I've ever seen in my career as an entrepreneur. I barely left the house this week. I barely slept at all because for the first time for me and the friends that I'm here with who are also nerding out on getting these systems set up, we can actually see us moving towards a future where we can use a system I'm going to explain here to actually automate our entire business. And over the next 30 days, I'm actually documenting my process of automating as many of my tasks as possible. And so long story short, the main difference I'm talking about here is not using OpenClaw or OpenFloor. We are using Claude Code. And if that sounds scary, stick with me, because yes, this may sound like a dev tool, but it is actually the most powerful AI assistant and productivity machine that I've ever seen. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down why you must make the switch now. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of all the things you love about this and how Claude Code beats it in every realm. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be explaining what it actually takes to get started on building the system that will go like this, rather than OpenClaw, which is going to go like this and plateau for you. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand is what OpenClaw actually is and what Claude Code is. So it starts off with a model of some sort. We have the model as a sphere. We call this our model. So this might be Anthropic's Opus 4.6, it might be OpenAI's 5.2, whatever it is, this is some kind of LLM or model that is our starting point. Now what Claude Code is here is a harness. You may have heard of ChatGPT wrappers. That was kind of a slur term used by people to throw shade at basic applications that took the underlying model and put a thin layer around it and called it a business or called it a SaaS. So that's like a wrapper. And this will all make sense in a second. You have to understand the difference to this to really fundamentally know why you must make the switch now, because once you realize this, you cannot go back. So we have a wrapper here. Recently, we've had the emergence of what's called a harness. Now, I've still been trying to figure out where we made the jump and why one took over the other. You don't hear much about wrappers anymore. You hear all about a harness. So I don't really know how to draw a harness, but recently I've been drawing them like this. Think of it as this big, we have this powerful orb. And you guys can drop a like for my drawing skills because I think that's pretty damn good. We have this powerful orb here, which is the model. So good at understanding text, understanding images, being able to generate things, generate code, reason through things, analyze large amounts of text and code. And what we're doing is we're putting it into a harness where, I mean, this is maybe a nice way of putting it. We have this harness holding it in place and giving this model a whole bunch of new features and abilities in a very robust way. So I haven't really figured out how to draw these yet. We can maybe put them as like this. So it gives it these very powerful arms that stick out and allow it to do things in the digital world. And the best example of a really great harness is Claude Code, where Anthropic has poured billions of dollars into the engineers and people behind building out and training their harness to be able to do things like these actions being like reading files, creating files, deleting files, searching the web, spinning up sub-agents to do deep research, or spinning up sub-agents to dig into file systems. The harness that Anthropic has created for Claude Code is so well created and so adapted to the digital environment it lives in. It seems like an absolute genius. It can plan everything out, it can open files, edit them, search the web, pull things in, write code, write text, read images and read PDFs, and basically anything you throw at it. And that's what has made this such a powerful and explosive tool. Now the thing is, When it comes to OpenClaw, it is essentially a wrapper or a harness that has been built by an indie developer to do the same thing as this, but also connect it to Telegram or to connect it to something that's handy for you. So we're going to go into the features in a second, but I want to just point out that we've taken essentially the same model. One of the I guess perks of OpenClaw is that you can swap the model out, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to make a really powerful system, would you really want to use anything but the most powerful models, Opus 4.6, Sonnet, the new one just came out as well. So we have, instead of this really robust and powerful harness that has had hundreds of millions of dollars poured into it, we have instead something made by an indie dev. How do I make like a janky looking harness here? Barely even hanging in there. And no disrespect to the dude at all. I'm not saying I could do any better. It's just the reality of one dude making something that's just trying to replicate what has been done by one of the most valuable AI startups or technology startups in the world right now, with the best talent in the world. And so it's essentially Claude code, and you've ripped off all of the arms. So you've ripped these off. You've taken away all of its ability to read files, view files, search the web, etc. And you've stripped it back to just this model, and then you've dumped it in a crappier harness. Again, no disrespect. And then tried to kind of Frankenstein and duct tape on the same arms. For example, there's a whole bunch of great stuff that comes out of the box with Claude Code, like web searching, which is super native. They spent tons of money training it and doing post-training to get it to really use these web search tools very well, to be able to spin up deep research agents to go out and search the web separately, come back and feed you information. And all of this stuff you now have to like kind of plug in using third-party tools and try to recreate this with an inferior harness that has not been trained with nearly as much effort and resources. So that is the clear difference. And that is why out of the box, this thing is so much more powerful, has been refined over billions of dollars. And this thing is made by an indie developer. We have to basically
Temos aqui diferentes opiniões.
plug in all of the things just to get it to baseline. And by nature, that means it's not going to perform as well. Now, I hear what you're saying. You may be like, oh, but I can connect this to Telegram. Cool, we can do that too. Oh, but I can set up cron jobs and it'll do stuff for me. Cool, you can set that up too. Everything that you could do with OpenClaw and that you love about it, you can do with this in a completely custom setup that ties into all your own workflows. And ultimately, it is far more controllable and scalable long-term than something like Claudebot, where the performance is going to flatten out as the complexity scales. I've been building my system now for coming up 2 weeks, and I can assure you the levels of complexity that I'm reaching now with the workflows, the layers of data, the documentation, there's no freaking way you could achieve what I'm getting out of it right now. And I've got a video coming down. It might have already been out, but you can see all of the stuff that I built and also the things that I'm looking to build in the future. So understanding what a harness is, that this is a great harness, proven with lots of money, and this one is fun, powerful. And you know, I can put it on my Telegram, and I've got this and this. So let's just run through a few of the biggest sales points of something like OpenClaw and why you can do all of it and better with Claude Code. So firstly, Telegram, WhatsApp, etc. deployment. You can access your OpenClaw through a platform of your choice. Cool, you can do that too. In fact, because it's custom and you can control everything, I have created mine on my phone to be far more powerful. I can't go into it into this video, but where you can have layers and layers of complexity, where you have orchestrator agents, you have separate subtopics. I've fully customized it to have daily briefs coming into the Telegram and different channels, full customization of my Telegram setup. And that is ultimately where we're trying to get it, where we can run our business from the phone. So secondly, cron jobs. This is a core feature of OpenClaw that allows you to set up recurring jobs. So it'll ping, it'll say, hey, okay, can you please do this thing? One, the way that it's done in OpenClaw is very confusing and in my opinion, not that great. And two, you can set it up in Claude Code yourself, fully custom. You can have layers and layers and layers of them. And just like everything else, it's much more controllable and you can fully understand what's going on much more easily. So that's tick. Third is memory. Another great thing is like, oh, it learns about me and it updates. And the thing is, it's a memory system that is kind of opaque and harder for you to maintain yourself and make modifications to. Not only do I have memory in my Claude Code setup, I have a very structured context OS that allows me to continually keep that updated. Also via documentation of new features. Very importantly, I have a full database with all of my business data condensed into one place. So I pull from all my data sources into one place and my Telegram assistant has access to be able to query that data, get any information I want. So overall, I have a more comprehensive memory system that I have full control over and I have it connected to a database that has all of my business data in it as well. Fourth is web searching. This is a pretty easy one. Claude Code has native web searching and also deep research agents that can be kicked off. So the web searching in Claude Code is native. It's been trained on it. It's categorically better than using some plugged in third-party tool to provide web searching capabilities to your OpenClaw. So we win there as well. Fifth is model agnostic. Illustrator to keep the cost low there. And it actually on Pabs Assistant and get also all over. So I'm going to be doing a full free webinar for any business owners who want to understand what this is, see what my system is and how I'm running it, understand what steps I need to
Mazalito. Masalito.
So I'd prep a bunch of features to push. Explain it first, and then you can put your questions. Otherwise, I'll get a bunch of bots took over, and I'll say I think it's just flipped on my side, right? But the point of this is that I'm gonna.
Masalito. Pessoal, vou acabar a livezinha. Não está a dar o cursor. Eu vou ter que me enervar.